Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Shields raised in defiance, battle cries arise, marching to the chorus of the ancient skies. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise the sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise the sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight.
All right, everyone. Welcome in to Valhalla Esports Season 6, Week 4. Tonight, I'm going to have Zabel here with me. I believe he's here in the chat.
Yes, sir.
All right, happy to have you. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to be here. Just got done eating delicious sirloin steak and some gnocchi, so we're feeling good and about to watch some delicious League of Legends.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Hope that was delicious, like you said. And then Halfling is also going to be joining us a little bit later after game number 1. The matchup tonight, Los Nemadas versus Zenith Gaming. Los Nemadas, Hungry Hobbit will be in top. Bulgaria Jungle, Shumpo Shinigami in mid, Tuskegee Doctor ADC, and support is Bopsy for Los Nemadas. Zenith Gaming, they've majorly mixed up their team and their lineup order. Top, 420 Samurai, the captain, Jungle Bentage, mid, Foxel, AD carry VFD Lambo, and support HYG Smoothie. We're already into draft, so we're going to jump in. I know it's going to be hard to keep track of some of these team changes, but we'll do our best.
So what are the odds Shumpo Shinigami gets to play Katarina?
0. I mean, it's possible, but you just have to not pull up his op.gg.
It's true. Or read the name.
Yeah, that too. Again, it has happened in a league before. I was on team with him back in the previous league, and people did let us have it occasionally. It was kind of wild. But yeah, so Zenith Gaming taking away the Amumu from Bulgaria, and then taking away that Pantheon must be targeted at Snurbopsy, and Samira being taken away from a VFD Lambo. Interesting to see if they go more bans in his direction, if they're going to take away like his Zaya. But again, he's well versed on a lot of AD carries, so I don't know if it's
Definitely two of his premier picks though, in that Samira and Zyra. So it wouldn't be Smolder's another good one to take away. Just such a strong pick in the hands of a player that can play it. So maybe you're just going to see 3 AD carry bans come out here from Los Nemadas. Really not wanting to see VFD Lambo on anything that they feel like he can be strong on. But, like you said, I feel like he plays enough champions that are kind of hard to ban him out. But some of those champs, like at least those two in particular that were banned, not a lot of champions that replicate what they do. So, yeah, we're going to have to see what this third ban's going to be. And maybe Katarina gets through the draft. Looks like at least the first 3 bans from either side. Not sure if you want to first round that pick, but
they might here. It'd be very interesting to see. They do get the last pick in the round, in the first round. So Wukong being taken away, and then the Morgana. I was wondering if we were to see Bentage, if they're going to let that get through and take it themselves, because Bulgaria will play that in the jungle. But Zenith Gaming getting another pick for themselves, another ban, taking away the Karma from Snurbopsy.
Yeah, the Karma just a great champion. Just feels so strong in the meta right now with the ability to flex pretty much to 3 roles. Support, mid, and top lane. Just strong champion.
Yeah,
and it looks like the answer is going to be another extremely powerful champion right now in the Victor. Usually, you see that one first picked if it's left available. It's surprised to see that go over to Los Nemadas because they value that Karma a little bit higher. See if they can make that value stand out in the game, but. I'm liking that these teams are picking up these, decently strong champs. Nothing weird happening yet, but you have to think, Shumpo is on Zenith, correct? So,
Shampo's on Los Namadas.
oh, is he on Los Namadas? Okay,
He's going
so
into
even
Foxhole, who's Janao.
so, is there a chance that that's a Victor top lane and they're holding the Katarina, or are they just not going to bother going for that one? Because
I think they're gonna let the cat through. I don't think they're gonna big brain it too much
yeah,
here. The Hue also being taken, which is also in Cerbopsy's pool that he's been playing in support. So kind of interesting there, and I'm not sure the Hue Victor matchup.
yeah, a lot of long range poke and some shielding right now coming through from Zenith Gaming. No, not really something that Volibear really likes to see. And another champion Volibear doesn't like to see is the Ezreal, because Volibear's one strategy is run at enemy champion. And if you can't do that, you have a hard time doing that against slows and tethers, and much more hard time against the fear in a champion like Hue. So, gonna be gonna be a struggle to find purchase on this Volibear, I think, just from these first couple picks for this Los Namados draft. They're gonna need some additional crowd control and lockdown to kind of set up this bear for success. Um,
Let's see, Maokai. No, that's not it.
Hey, I mean, if you're going to run at him, you might as well make it go just a little bit faster, right? So Sivir, solid enough pick up there. I like that answer into the wave clear that Zenith Gaming's already showing. Sivir Victor's a very strong response in the wave clear department. Pretty much going to be equivalent wave clear there at a certain point in the game.
It's also really good into the play style of Los Tomatas, where they're going to want to get Cerbopsy on the map and roam, and that makes Tuskegee Doctor very safe in lane, so he can farm and deny that CC on himself.
Oh yeah, I mean, and once you get those 3 items too on Sivir, those boomerang blades just start hurting so bad in a clumped up team fight. So like the drafts from both teams here, some pretty defined like kind of strategies from either end. Uh, really enjoy seeing that, and we see the Malphite ban here coming through from Los Namadas and the Braum on the other side. So not wanting to have any kind of a setup or engage tool for Zenith Gaming for Los Namadas. We'll see if they ban more of that or if they're just targeting.
Yeah,
But that Maokai you mentioned is still available, and I think that would be good for either comp, honestly.
oh, absolutely. Both, especially Zenith Gaming, you could use it to engage, you could use it to disengage, just keep them away from you, or again lock them down if you're Los Tomatas, so you can actually try to get on top of them.
They'll opt to ban the other plant jungler instead, which is still a good ban. We'll see what Zenith choose to do for their last ban here. And for the last couple picks, do we think that's a Volibear top lane or a jungle? Because
I think they want to flex that pick right now. I
yeah,
don't know why they took that early to show, maybe get them to Zenith to show their hand early. I think Bulgaria will play it, but I don't. I think that's more of a Hobbit pick right now. So it'll be interesting to see where they want to go. I guess they could pick up support here. I'm assuming none of. I'm assuming Volibear is not support.
yeah. I mean, hey, I've seen crazier things.
Starbopsy would be the one to make it work, right?
It's true.
There it is.
And there's that Maokai. So great pick and great potential denial from Zenith there to take that for Los Namadas. Really like to see that champion being picked in areas where it's strong, and an area where it's strong is when you have a team that wants to run away from you, you just tell them that they can't do that. And you got some good setup for your Victor and your Volibear. So really love that pick there for Los Namadas. Maokai apologist myself. But Zenith Gaming is going to have to, make a decision here if they want to kind of stay with their kiting comp or pick some kind of hard engage. Sejuani was going to look towards providing more of that frontline CC kind of an option. We'll see if they choose something similar for the top lane, which they do. Really like this pickup here from Zenith Gaming with these two champions. They already have the backline damage and the support with the Hue and the Karma providing that shielding as well, and Hue's damage as well, obviously. But the double frontline picks here with the long range engage is super good. You really like to see that against champions like Victor and Sivir, and really just obviously against any team comp with the range carries. You're going to want some sort of frontline and hard engage. And the answer from Los Namadas will be the Mordekaiser. So gonna have to see. I'm gonna be watching that top lane to see if I see any Mordekaiser ultimates canceled by that Ornn W. It's a pretty interesting interaction there. You can buffer that when you see the Mordekaiser animation and actually immune his ultimate. So we're gonna have to see if we pull that one off.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little interested in the Sejuani pick just because Ornn's the only other the melee to really help out there. I mean, Sejuani's pretty good by herself, but just been nice to see another melee there. So kind of maybe I don't know if maybe like a Zac or something would have been another tanky option coming out of the jungle.
Yeah, it's going to take a bit to stack up that permafrost, but once it gets there, then it's going to be a big problem for just really Sivir and Victor. I think Maokai and Volibear are going to be feeling pretty good this game. Not a lot of tank shredding power on the side of Zenith Gaming. Um, Hui obviously with the if he goes Leandri's build can start to hurt tanks pretty bad, but we're gonna have to see what build he ends up going. And honestly, liking the comp from both teams, I like the fact that Zenith Gaming has that kind of poke and a little bit of a stronger laning phase, but you kind of bring that scale and guarantee with the ornaments later in the game. Whereas Los Namada's a little bit more standard with the front to back and strong side laning split pusher, pretty good early game jungler, and a solid 3 item 80 carry. Victor's obviously always going to be a scaling threat. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I think I actually prefer the draft of Los Namadas. Not that that's controversial or anything, but um, I don't know. Maybe I'm just Maokai biased, but I think that I think that I'm preferring that draft, and I think Zenith Gaming's gonna have their work cut out for them this game. But it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, I think that like just the team fight and the overall setup is better for Los Novadas. Um, yeah, we know they love to get the objectives to fight over them all the time. So it's it'll be interesting to see what Zenith Gaming pulls together. They haven't been a team for very long with these five. So will they have the comms, the rotation to pull off this comp? Like you said, should be strong potential in lanes to get ahead and build leads. Can they transition that into the monster and objective fights, or will just the better team fight comp from Los Tomatas be too much for them?
Yeah, gonna have to hit them with the classic. We're gonna have to see what they do in the game here and getting into the draft. Going to be all the same bands, obviously. I always loved having to do that in the draft screen. You just drag those boys around real quick, just to
Yeah,
get them set up on the right side.
I used to do it with the where you can have the two screens, but basically whenever I did that, it was a 50-50. It was if it was going to crash the
Oh
OB.
yeah, then
So
you just
it's
have
like,
to
yeah, I'd
do
rather
it
not.
regardless.
So I'm sorry, Bulgaria. Maybe another time, but the Hobbit theme songs can have to wait. Don't want to get us in trouble with copyright infringement or anything like that.
It's true. What about second Hobbit theme song?
Yeah,
Might be another one
it's
out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm pumped for this one. I really like the draft both teams have. I think this will be a competitive match between these two teams. I think the similar skill levels here with these two squads with the Timo Hover. Love to see it. Please don't lock that in by accident. Have to remake lobby, which would be hilarious. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think I'm speaking for everybody when I say I am waiting with bated breath to see what shenanigans Snorbopsy is going to get up to this game. Always kind of a interesting player to watch in the laning phase. Is always trying something like you said with the Pantheon support and different kinds of picks he's going for. So, gonna look forward to seeing this Maokai gaming. And yeah, I think honestly, VFD Lambo. Every time I've played with the guy, has been a pretty strong AD carry. So,
oh,
um, I think that he'll put the bot lane of Los Tomatos to the test a little bit here. They did ban a lot of his core champions that he likes, but I think this guy's genuinely pretty good. So, and he's on a champion like Ezreal that can just do so much work if you get a small lead and can snowball. So, I am I'm looking forward to it. Kind of hard to punish a lead against Sivir because she can just spell shield and then push the wave and not really have to interact much. But with the Ezreal Karma kind of double poke synergy and the strength of the early game, we're gonna have to see if they can get an advantage that's meaningful enough.
yeah, it's not going to feel great as that Maokai early into that double poke lane. Uh, but so VFT Lambo and HOG Smoothie are definitely going to get ahead. They're definitely going to get that Silver a little bit behind. But I think you're absolutely okay with that from side Los Tomatas if that Maokai is roaming around the map making plays. Um, we'll see if Smoothie goes to match or tries to punish the Silver to get Lambo ahead. I think Lambo has the hands to get ahead on the farming by himself. So we'll see really those objective fights early on and how much they put priority and stock into them, or if they try to go for the trade. I think that's what we've seen. That'd be really good yeah, really good trading objectives right now. With I think what the early team fight could look like for Zenith Gaming would be if Bulgaria on Volibear decides that he wants to go for the Void Grubs, go ahead and take the Dragon, and vice versa. Um, just kind of don't let him get everything, and try to go tit for tat to get those feats.
Yeah, and with the feat changes, honestly, it's such a good change. Like going from just the first blood to first three, like having it as just the first blood felt so bad. Every game's a level one invade would just flip the whole match on the first 30 seconds of the game.
Right.
Um,
Do we
but
just invade and try to get it, or what do
oh,
we want
always
to do?
invade.
Yeah.
You always invade, and then you blame whoever you look at the scoreboard and don't like their name the most after it doesn't work.
Yeah. Flip the coin.
But yeah, honestly, it's never your fault though. The crucial thing is that it's always somebody else's fault. It's never your fault. That's the thing you want to remember as a summoner on Summoner's Rift. But hopefully we got a competitive one here. I like we said a bunch of times already, but both these drafts pretty solid from either squad. I think we're both kind of leaning in the favor of Los Tomatos as far as their setup goes. You mentioned the Sejuani only having that one other additional melee character on her team to proc that passive. So, gonna take a little bit to get that going. I mean, still provides the CC herself and can proc it fast enough on her own, especially, with the mid and bot lane having their own CC setup aside from Sejuani.
Mm-hmm.
So, not the worst thing in the world, but ideally, you do like to have at least one other melee champion aside from just the top laner with Sejuani. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what Bentage can get done in the early game on this champion. I think that it's actually pretty hard to play against the Volibear in the early game, and I think it only gets harder when you're on a champion like Sejuani. Like he just beats the crap out of these tank champions. So it's not really going to be super fun if he's getting invaded. We'll have to see some clever pathing and hope that he can make some effective early plays because Volibear is not a fun champion to play against when your dash is on a 19-second cooldown. So
Yeah. Can be hard to escape if he gets chased down. Um, yeah. So just how proactive are they going to be? Haven't seen Bendage in the jungle in a while. I knew this change was coming, so hopefully he's been practicing that. And then, but yeah, the Morgana getting denied, and then the Zyra. So definitely putting on Bendage on something we haven't necessarily seen him on, or what he's necessarily known for in this league.
I mean, honestly, I think the Morgana ban was just good for Zenith Gaming's team. I don't think that Morgana jungle would have been doing them any favors in this matchup with the champions already shown on their bot side there with the Hui as real Karma. Be pretty easy to solo focus fire the Ornn down in pretty much every fight. But about to get on to the Rift here and get this one going. Any first blood predictions?
I think Srabopsy on the Maokai is going to die, and
You
First
think
Blood
he's gonna
is gonna
die?
go
So
over
he's gonna give
to
first blood
Smoothie. He's gonna give First Blood to Smoothie.
to the Karma. Okay, with an ignite, I assume.
Yep.
All right. All right. Let's take a look at the skins here. I think honestly, I hate that Sejuani skin. Hui doesn't even have a skin. Ezreal skin sucks. I gotta say, skin battle definitely gonna go over to the side of Los Nematos. As cool as Elderwood Ornn is, Darkstar Mordekaiser and Inkshadow Volibear just clear. So,
I'm a sucker for Astronaut Maokai. It's one of my favorites.
oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I mean, I just hate how Victor looks now. I just they ruined the champions like splash
Right.
and bottle. Like
Yep.
it just looks horrible.
But we made an improvement, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't the Hextech evolution that I was promised. That's all I'm gonna say. It's the glorious revolution has failed me immensely. But it's fine. Still an awesome champion. I love the changes to the kit. But the character model is a little lacking. But yeah, I mean, Skin War already, given the dub to Los Nematos, so we're gonna have to see how Zenith Gaming can overcome this disadvantage that they're starting out with.
Kazuto confused by these lane assignments. Yeah, they decided to mix it up a little bit after last week. Smoothie moving out of the top lane, moving back to support like he was last season. 420 making that change for his team. Otherwise, not too crazy. Other than Vintage, not used to seeing him in the jungle. Wondering, Kim.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
It's like no crazy level 1 action going to be going on this game. Both teams just kind of fanning out, staring each other down. We'll see if there's an honorable dance-off in the mid lane, or if the teams, if they start poking each other. It's looking honorable so far. We'll see if who is the first to break the code.
Minions have spawned.
It looks like I have some slight issue with the OBS showing my monitors, not just the game. But hopefully we get that cleared up for you guys now. Yeah, so yeah, Snurbopsy, while he's very good and talented, nice E start though in that division. Has been punished a little bit this season, just figuring out these different matchups.
Yeah, this will be a tough one. Double ranged against with a champion like Maokai is just so tough to deal with. Expect to see a lot of just him getting poked down, and you're expecting to see him give over this first blood. So we'll have to see if that ends up being the case. Just kind of poking from range now.
Yeah.
Mystic shots haven't really landed yet, but
yeah, he's standing a little bit further back. Tuskegee Doctor might be the one who gets poked out there by Smoothie on the corner.
that's always what you want to do as a support, is stand behind your AD carry. That way they take all the damage first,
like,
so you have your health left to give them afterwards.
Soraka, is that you?
Yeah, bring back old Soraka. Tuskegee Doctor, yeah, just eating all of that poke, not respecting the damage there, and just waiting for the minion wave, and gonna take a lot of damage there in trade. Oh, Smoothie taking a tower shot, ends up shielding part of it, but still a decent amount of damage. And all lanes kind of trading pretty heavily here. Orange should get a pretty decent combo now with that level 3. It's a lot of damage down. Hunger Hobbit missing the claw. Gonna have to just walk this one out probably. Orin with the flash doesn't quite get the knockup. Mordekaiser popping the ghost as well to get away. A little bit of a spectator bug there on the Orin flash, but did pop that to try to go for the all-in and was not quite able to finish that kill. As, honestly, Tuskegee Doctor, like you said, having a worse time down here in the bot lane than his Maokai support, so maybe Mr. Bopsy just, big braining it, letting the AD carry take all the damage. He just took a good chunk there himself.
Yeah, but 420 Samurai almost taking a Hungry Hobbit that early, though. Was kind of surprising. And there it is. There's the punishment. You're under your own tower, and you still get 200 health left.
Yeah, the Ezreal Karma does not play around. There's some good ability landing by Hui in the mid lane. And Snrbopsy almost going down with that ignite. So close to dying. Has to pop the heal. Your prophecy almost coming true. As a stun here coming in the mid lane onto Foxel on this Hui. Gonna have to end up flashing away. Doesn't quite get caught by the Victor Gravity Well due to burning that flash. But now a very vulnerable Hui in the mid lane.
It looks like he's going to be able to back and get out here. Wild Bear maybe... just looking for bot. Or a bot scuttle.
And these empowered karma cues are just hurting so bad. Every time I see it, it hurts my soul on the inside. Just remembering everyone I've been hit by in my League of Legends history. It's very, very painful and frustrating ability to deal with. And you got to think that Snrbopsy and Tuskegee Doctor are feeling that pain down there in the bot lane, just begging Volley Bear to make his way down to the bottom lane. We'll see if he ends up capitulating and going for a gank, but Sejuani also on this bottom side of the map. So if either jungler does path this way, we might see a 3v3 here pretty early on, but it looks like both of them actually opting to path away. Snarbopsy getting that passive field, but having to flash away, pops the arcane smash, and actually goes back in, giving first blood over to VFD Lambo. Not a summoner burned on the side of Zenith Gaming to take down the Los Namados support.
All right, so it wasn't the karma, but it was Snarbopsy dying first.
It was indeed Snarbopsy, as we see the stun here from Shumpo Shinigami going to land onto Foxel on that way. Still trades a good amount of damage back himself, though. Was taking a tower shot. It's not going to feel too good. Hungry Hobbit now getting the better of 420 Samurai in the top lane. We'll see if he has that claw up to land it. Not quite sure. Not going to see that yet in the top lane. They end up backing off, and another tower shot taken by VFD Lambo. These towers are actually doing more damage than the champion so far. This game is... The burn actually comes through from Foxel, finishes off Shinigami on that Victor in the mid lane with that empowered, or not empowered, with the burn, I assume, after the Comet misses. He flashed out of the Comet, but...
This, the early poke laning is coming out ahead for the side of Zenith Gaming. They were able to take the first drag, and now sitting one away from another feat point with kills.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to see those feats at the spectator client.
Yep, unfortunately, Spawnee Company doesn't have time for this. But we'll try to track them best we can. Looks like the Void Grubs are going to go over to Los Namados. Hungry Hobbit in a bit of trouble here, but feeling pretty confident with that overshield still available.
Overshield, nice. Dig the Halo reference as we see Ornn actually going to pop the ultimate, but get canceled on his ultimate by the Mordekaiser ultimate, but ends up just killing Mordekaiser inside of the ultimate anyways. Bentich having to flash away here, was looking to contest those grubs, but Volibear, already doing the Lord's work and just beating down the Sejuani. Gonna get tagged by the Hui ultimate, and Smoothie's here on the roam to get the root off. Foxel picks the kill up on Bulgaria with a well-aimed Hui R.
420 Samurai claiming that feat for his team, and Foxel taking out Bulgaria for good insurance.
I mean, you'd like to see it. Zenith Gaming here, kind of coming out ahead early like we expected, but I still have faith in Los Namados to have a strong early late game with the amount of tools they have for setup and engage. I do think that that's something they can still use to their advantage, as Snarbopsy going to have to use his legs to get out of the mid lane right now. I'm super low on health. Don't know if he wants to stick around for this one. Is the stun going to land onto Bulgaria? He'll just walk it out.
Bulgaria,
and now we just have the 80 carry 101.
Yeah, and Bulgaria taking out early there, he did not secure the third grub, so they do not get a feat point there. So it's really not going their way in terms of feats for Los Namados.
Yeah, still have the ability to get that tower and the first three objectives. We're going to have to see if they're able to do that. Dragon spawning here in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. First dragon already taken by Zenith Gaming, obviously, with that Hextech Drake. As Bulgaria is clearing this red buff, we'll see if he makes his way down to this dragon in the next couple minutes or so. As it's just been a tale of the lane trades here in this top lane, just the constant back and forth. But honestly, Samurai's been coming out ahead on so many of these trades, but still pretty significantly down in CS, which is going to start to matter if it keeps going at this rate.
Yeah, some of it mitigated by that kill that he has right now. Yep, if he keeps getting bullied out, the Hobbit might just realize he can just starve him, but okay. Bulgaria trying to threaten, trying to help get a pick there. Making a play while he's on the top side of the map. We know he's going to rotate bot side here soon. But only about a 35-second difference between the next Drake and the next set of Void Grubs.
Yeah, I'd like to see Los Namados prioritize this Drake just to not get, first of all, not get the other objective onto Zenith Gaming, but also just don't want to let them start that Drake stacking. With their a little bit stronger of an early game, getting the second dragon can make it a lot easier for you to play that mid-late game as Los Namados. And I'm keeping an eye on that Maokai. Has just ticked over to level 6 now, so that ultimate is going to be massively important in this next team fight. We'll see if he can get a good one off.
Yeah, looks like he's hovering blue side chickens. Getting caught out here.
Yep, yeah, gonna get rooted down, but should be safe. Has the support of Shumpo Shinigami there to back him up, so he can walk right out as the top lane trading is just absolutely relentless. And now 420 Samurai has to flash away, but Mordekaiser still has that ultimate available.
And Ghost.
So, and Ghost, it doesn't even have to use the ultimate, just Ghost after him and pops him. So, honestly, this is now very bad for 420 Samurai in the top lane. Already at a CS deficit, had that kill, but now the kills are equalized. You're going to be pretty behind as the barrier from Tuskegee Doctor actually popped here in the bot lane, and you're going to have to leave this tower. I don't think you want to actually stay under this one, but opts to stay under the tower and flash away, but just flashes into a Sejuani ultimate, and going to cost him his life and his flash and barrier there under the tower. I think he popped ult as well. So that should be a pretty easy dragon setup here for Zenith Gaming. I'm not sure that with the Sivir being down that Los Nomados can actually contest this one.
Yeah, and 420 wisely not deciding to. Ooh, Hungry Hobbit. Trouble
Ooh,
here.
Hobbit. Oh, taking that tower shot was so bad for Hobbit here, but the Orna, he pops the ultimate again to cancel the second part of the Ornar. That has to feel so bad for 420 Samurai as it misses the knockup and then just gets taken out here. This Mordekaiser is starting to become a massive problem. Maokai ultimate going down on the bot lane. They're trying to layer it down onto Smoothie, who they will take out. Sarbopsy getting pretty low himself. Might be able to get away. The stun is on him, but it's not quite able to get procced. Flashes out of that last auto attack that would have killed him, and that's a double kill for Tuskegee Doctor on that Sivir. So just as we were saying, he just died. Comes back and gets a double. Meanwhile, Foxel solo killing Shumpo in the mid lane after burning his flash. Looks like they both flashed. So now Los Nomados, just as quickly as they were in a bad spot to set up for this dragon, come back on the map, get some kills, and now the dragon is theirs.
Yep, that Maokai ult just to give them that team fight access, give it time for Volibear to get in there, set them up to secure this. Yeah, they turned it over a kill there. Ooh, almost a steal there for VFD Lambo.
Yeah, that's a clincher.
But yeah, Foxhole showing the hands right now on Shumpo Shinigami, able to get a kill there with everything else going on the map.
Yeah, definitely flexing on this way. He's been hitting almost all of his skill shots in this game so far. It's sitting on 3-0. So definitely the bright spot, along with this Ezreal, honestly, for the side of Zenith Gaming. And the Sivir just a little bit overextended again, just kind of caught in these spaces where a little greedy for some of these waves. Trade the classic AD carry, trade 3 CS for life strategy that I see a lot in my solo queue games. But gonna end up going down there. No sums available, an easy one to pick up for the bot lane of Zenith Gaming. As we see Volibear now moving up to those grubs, looking to get his team closer to this feat.
Shumpo not able to quite get the kill there onto the Karma. Good flash by Smoothie, but again, flash push required. BFD Lambo getting a lot of time with these bot turrets.
Yeah, he's just massive there. Let's take a look at that gold difference there in the bot lane. That has to be big. I think you can hit the X key.
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold, yeah, that's just massive. And same with the mid lane as well. And in the top lane, you know, in the reverse side for the side of Los Nomados, an even larger lead than that for the Mordekaiser. So definitely going to be the champion. We're looking out on the side of Los Nomados to really be a big threat in this side lane. Has the 2-level lead already, which is just so hard to look at as the... you know, and you hit the tab button as the jungler on Los Nomados. On Zenith Gaming, you're like, all right, can't gank top lane ever. But we're going to see the gank actually come down here from Bentage on to Tuskegee Doctor, who ends up spell shielding a key ability, and Shumpo picking up that final kill, but the tower doing so much of the DPS as it's just a total fist fight in the bot lane here now with Victor roaming down as well. Volibear sprinting in, pops the ultimate. Couldn't quite get on the VFD Lambo, but decides Smoothie is a worthy enough target as the Hui now probably gets stunned up by this gravity well. Smoothie picking up the kill onto the Volibear, but the Hui already got his spells off and ends up getting a double kill on the back end of that. Just a complete bloodbath in the bottom lane. Absolutely massive fight there at 14 minutes in over nothing.
Yeah.
But they are just absolutely brawling. I love to see it. We're going to see if Lambo just goes for this tower here or just goes for the kill. Misses some of those Qs, but it doesn't even matter. Almost getting in range for the tower there himself, but yeah. I think he's going to want to wait around here to try to get this first tower blood.
Yeah, I think Starbopsy misplayed that a little bit, because if you could have gotten him closer to under tower, you can acute him back towards your tower, either force him to get dash away from you, or blink away from you, or just commit to it.
Yeah, and there we go. That is the feats of strength.
There are the feats. 3-0-5 on that Ezreal. Gonna be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, massive problem. And I mean, like, for a champion like Mordekaiser, you're not really ever going to have the chance to ultimate the Ezreal. Maybe you can get onto the Hui in some of these fights if he's a little bit closer range trying to cast some of these spells, but this Ezreal is going to be a constant threat to the side of Los Namados. And that's really what you want to see if you are a Zenith Gaming fan. You want to see VFD Lambo coming in on this AD carry champion, you know, trying to ban him out. Obviously can't ban him out, having a great performance on this Ezreal. Massive CS lead, kill lead, just very strong in the game right now, and only going to continue to get stronger. Gonna want to see more of these Qs land on this poke, but you know, he's you just got to get the misses out of the system, you know, before it matters.
Jumbo's gonna start dodging some of that long range poke. Looks like they're gonna pick to keep Sivir still in the long lane here. That's gonna get pushed out.
Oh, so much damage going on to Shumpo Shinigami there. Wasn't quite able to do much. That empowered Karma Q just providing that slowing field, just kind of funneled into the wall there for Ezreal's Qs to land. And yeah, good Maokai ultimate to root up the Karma. Not going to find the Ezreal with the ultimate, but will find him with the W. Ends up getting in onto him, and you know, the flash and the E down for Ezreal just has that barrier left. I don't think that's going to be enough to survive here, as he will end up falling. Bentage gonna fall as well, so a phenomenal roam from Hungry Hobbit, popping that Ghost and just sprinting in with the Volibear, knowing they're really strong right now. The Bash brothers able to go in, but Volibear can end up falling. But now Mordekaiser on the back end does take one out, and the Ornn ultimate gonna go through onto Tuskegee Doctor, but not going to find much else, and actually has to flash away and pop the Q as well, or the, I think, E as well to dash away. But again, not going to be enough, and Mordekaiser takes that kill as well. Sivir doing a good job to stay out of range of dying there, and mid tower going to fall here. Los Namados with a great push back in this game, up about 2k right now with the kill score, pretty close, but also going to try to start to move ahead in these dragons, going for this mountain dragon, which is so massive for their team. If they can stack a couple of these drakes, even if they don't get the soul, those extra resistances on their triple tank line is going to be so powerful.
It looks like Wingman Halfling's going to be here in 10, but such a huge fight there for the side of Los Namados. Again, great ult there by Starbopsy on the Maokai, just so powerful in the team fight, did everything you needed, delayed just enough to actually let everybody close and get in. Just out team fought.
Yeah, and, just pushing them off there as well to disengage from this dragon. Gonna stymie any sort of engage potential for a back end kill from Zenith Gaming. Los Namados will not allow that, and they will get their resets and come back onto the map. We'll see if we see any kind of fight here around this Rift Herald. I expect to see both teams make their way in this direction.
Bit unfortunate there for Fox on the last fight. Trying to walk away, trying to use his flash to get a little more spacing there, and just turns the corner into the Mordekaiser. He was not.
Yeah, that's going to give you nightmares for a couple weeks. Just the jump scare of Mordekaiser is not. It's worse than the Garen in the bush, honestly.
I could just hear Voxel now. Are you kidding me, bro? Why are you there?
I always love that question. It's like, why are you there? Well, to kill you, and that's what I did. It's almost entirely the point of this game. But you know, 5-1 on the Mordekaiser, sitting on the 2 items right now, has that Rift Maker as well as the Liandry. Is going to be so massively powerful as Snarbopsy getting in onto Smoothie here, popping that flash to get the root down, but gonna have a hard time actually catching up to Smoothie and pops the ultimate. But you know, oh, the Mordekaiser pullback so good onto both of the champions, but not quite able to finish them off. Volibear gonna end up ulting to cancel that tower aggro and take out both of these kills. Volibear and Mordekaiser doing such a good job in this game to just punish overextending Zenith Gaming and their squishy champions as the mid lane 1v1 continues on into the jungle. We'll see if the long range snipe can come through from Hui. Not quite. I wonder if they'll stick around and look for these, but I think Foxhole has to be like on double-digit HP there.
Yeah, pretty darn low, pretty crazy up there. Foxhole having to get multiple people there to answer him. Yeah, he took down Sivir earlier. Victor coming in trying to hold that. Looks like this Rift Herald may go well. Still coin flip. It's resetting. But I think this should go the way of Los Tomatos right now.
Yeah, no teleport on the Victor, so he actually can't join, but Los Tomatos already set up in the pit. Should just be able to get this one. As Bentage just walking up to watch him take it. Always what you want to do as juggler. Just having to burn the flash. It doesn't quite get to the blast cone either. Feels so bad for the Sejuani there in that moment, but VFD Lambo going to end up falling as well. Hui taking out the Volley Bear and Karma taking out the Maokai, but the rest of the team still fighting. The Mordekaiser E just seems to be like it's a point and click at this point with how many of these hooks he's hit. As he's chasing down now with the double kill. Gonna maybe make it a triple kill here. Should be enough to take him out. Sivir taking the kill for the ace.
Yeah, camera focused
for
on
Los Tomatos.
On the Ezreal and the Hui, but Mordekaiser up there just 2v1
he was just bonking
and just just bonking people. Comes in, helps get the cleanup for his team. Again, so team fighting just kind of going the way of Los Tomatos right now, as they're known for.
Yeah, this Mordekaiser is a problem, and Sivir making her way to 2 items. Still don't know that 2 item yet, but once she gets to that 2-3 items, going to be even more scary than she currently is. Dealing some decent damage, peppering him down for Mordekaiser to finish him off. And honestly, this Volley Bear build's kind of crazy, but seems to be super, super effective in this game. I think it's actually like one of the standard builds. It just looks crazy. It's like the Roa, and what is that? Navori or whatever that is.
Yeah, the Navori
Flicker Blade, yeah, with the Roa. It's just such a crazy looking build.
I'm gonna be tanky, but I'm gonna do damage.
It's super fair. It's fair and balanced build path here. As Shempo Shinigami feeling like the Hui champ, also super fair and balanced. And Volley Bear again going to jump in, and it's just should be a clean house here for the side of Los Tomatos. I really don't think that there's much Zenith can do at this point against these champions who are starting to snowball against them. Volley Bear with the triple. We'll see if he can make it a quadra. And Mordekaiser actually going to get the double, so the Bash Bros will just give a multi-kill for either one and turn that into an Otacon. I still can't tell which Otacon it is just by looking at it. It's either the Voracious or the Ruinous. Okay, it's Ruinous.
Yeah.
I've heard that the casters of the leagues keep saying Ravenous.
Gotcha.
And that's just not one of the words. It's Voracious and Ruinous. I mean, yeah, maybe it should be. You're right. It's you get half the flowers and like a half GA. I don't know.
You only get half the
Death
extra
Tower.
gold, and only half the GA.
But I mean, it's gonna take quite a lot here for Zenith Gaming to come back in this game. I mean, they have the Fed, Hui, and Ezreal, but it's going to just be so difficult for them to actually deal damage to these. Just tugging off it. This is the crash and just straight up dying to the tower.
Interesting play.
Gonna be a question mark in chat on that one for sure. But
1,000 gold down to Hui. That's not who you wanted to give.
Yeah, that's not who you want to give that to. It's going to be his death cap.
Yeah, that's death cap. I was like, he's just going to back it. That's death cap. Thank you for your deposit, sir.
Yeah, thank you, come again. Hui gonna feel pretty good about that one, and if there's any champion you want that gold to go onto, if you are Zenith Gaming, it is that Hui. Especially now sitting on those 3 items, is gonna be so massively powerful. We'll see if he can make that work into anything in his favor. And I mean, I really think that Hungry Hobbit's gonna be kicking himself if Hui is able to turn around some of these fights now with this item spike. But honestly, it's gonna be still a pretty big stretch for Zenith Gaming to try to work their way back in this one. About a 6k deficit. Looks close in the kill score, but Soul Point with the double Mountain Dragons for Los Tomatos, and just the strong, beefy ability of their champions to choose these team fights as well. It's just gonna take a miracle.
They also have the 5 Void Grubs, so if they really wanted to split push with that Mordekaiser and go, alright, send 3 people to go answer him. they do have that ability at this point.
Yeah, KB Jelly in the chat saying he's going to need the Void Staff before he can really carry in. I'd have to agree. I mean, yeah, he got a little closer to it with that shutdown. Just needs Hungry Hobbit to int under the tower one more time and get another shutdown, and maybe he can get that Void Staff. But going to be looking at this Baron spawn here in about 10 seconds for these guys. Dragon's still 3 minutes off, so this should be the arena where we see the final moments of this game determined. As the support's just battling for a vision right now. Snurboppsy going to have an easy time taking the W on this battle, as this team is pretty massively ahead.
I think we got more. I just realized we got more gap close there coming out of Snurboppsy with the Australians.
Yeah, you're going to hit the NOS after the Sivir ultimate goes off. Just pop out as well. Just giga fast.
Like Rammus out there, 600 moves.
Yeah. I think when you reach a certain speed in League of Legends as a champion, you should just start rolling like Rammus no matter what champion you're on. It should just be doing that.
Just be telling.
It's the Hwei ultimate actually going to go wide there in the bot lane, but looking like the cooldown's ticking over pretty fast, so you probably have that again in time for another scrap. As Los Nomada's taking this one slow. They want to just push these side lanes out, and maybe they're waiting to kind of try to contest this Baron at the same time as the next Dragon spawn, or maybe they're just waiting for Zenith Gaming to make a mistake, but I think kind of the ball's in their court to force pretty much any time they want onto this Baron and then force with a turn, but going to play this one patient and
all
maybe
the TPs
look
are
for
up,
an opening.
so you have some flexibility there. Dictate where they want to push the game. Right now, they're putting Victor in the long lane on the opposite side. Just trying to keep this wave pushed out, so kind of just letting those two farm out.
Yeah, maybe Victor's feeling a little insecure. Needs that death cap as well. So Hui's not the only one with the death cap. Has to farm for that here before they can do anything. But we're going to see a little bit of a skirmish here as Maokai going in onto Bulgaria, who ends up having to flash out. Still has the ultimate available, but Smoothie in a bad place right now. Ornn ultimate's going to come through, but it's not going to be enough to save him. Gonna hit onto 2, but it's only going to slow down what looks like the inevitable here, as Bulgaria on this Volibear gonna just be sprinting forward onto the enemy team, taking out VFD Lambo, who is so much of the hope on the side of Zenith Gaming. And with the bot lane and jungler down for Zenith Gaming, Los Tomatos turn their eyes straight to the Baron.
Yeah, I missed the TPs coming in, but excellent TP there by Shumpo to get in there. I was worried that they weren't going to have enough damage, but coming in, able to help them clean up the Sejuani. All 5 members still standing, so nothing. Looks like, yep, we're gonna run to the dragon.
Yeah, nice and easy does it. Just Baron into Dragon. The goated combo. Just gonna take that one pretty easily, and with this Mountain Soul, gonna be pretty nigh impossible for Zenith Gaming's poke to really do anything meaningful to the side of Los Tomatos. So gonna take this Dragon, and we should see them just kind of walk it up mid lane. Ezreal ultimate not even gonna leash, just gonna poke some of the champions, but they got those Baron recalls. They'll be back on the map full HP in no time and look to end this game in short order.
But yeah, I mean, I've liked what I've seen from Zenith Gaming. They definitely have given them a fight there. I think part of it's just they're a newer team, just trying to work on some of these rotations, but they definitely looked good in lane this game. Again, not over yet, but down 7k, down quite a bit of map objectives. It's going to take a good amount to battle back in. Maybe try to look for this top turret here, get some of this bounty gold, but Shumpo not having any of that.
Yeah, the massive shield on the Victor there. Gonna keep refreshing that as well with his own personal shield, and gonna probably see them slowly try to pincer in here. They have both their side lanes shoving in at the same time right now as they hold the other 3 champions mid lane. Gonna just slowly close the fist and look to try to close this one out. classic 1-3-1 strat. As Sivir now on that 3 items just clears those waves so fast. Get that push just so quickly. As Bentage trying to make something happen here in the top lane, but just taking so much of his health bar back from this Victor.
Why aren't you squishy? Why aren't you squishy? Mount him. It's where the Sejuani probably thought they had the upper hand there. It's like, nope. Victor is a bit tanky right now, 4 levels above you.
And has the death cap now, crucially. So won't be feeling any insecurities.
A little bit of damage.
So all 3 lanes here converging onto the base of Zenith Gaming, who's doing a good job. They've had good wave clear in their kits pretty much the whole game, so going to do a good job clearing these waves out. And really not a whole lot of ability outside of just throwing the Maokai ultimate out, which isn't really a great engage under the towers. Unless they want to commit the volley barrel and look for one of these dives, it's going to take them a little bit to push these in, but do end up cracking the base now.
All 3.
And we'll see if they want to stick around for these inhibitors.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't taken enough damage to really want to back out yet. 420, I don't know if you really want that fight. Lambo's there, but yeah, just literally.
Yeah, I'd like to see them just push for the end here. Good amount of damage from the Hui there, honestly. Sejuani ultimate going to go wide, or an ultimate going to come through. We'll see if it actually connects on anybody. Does hit onto Shumpo, but he's going to try to run out. Bentage trying to get onto him and taking it pretty low, but the rest of the team just completely cleaning house. As Sivir just absolutely popping off now with those 3 items. Going to end up just shredding, gets the triple kill. We'll see if they try to get him the pentakill. This would be the big brain strategy. Get your AD carry, the penta here in the base, as Shumpo, or Starbopsy rather, doing his best to tank up that tower to get the Quadra. He will give him the Quadra kill, but unfortunately Sivir ended up tanking that last tower and gets taken out before he's able to get that penta, as VFD Lambo, might not have won the game, but maybe won his team a little bit of honor back with denying that penta. But Los Namados, pretty dominant victory here for game 1.
Yeah, I mean, gave up the feats, was a little slow rolling, but again, got to that team fight, got the that advantage there, and just the better macro, as they are known to do.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed with the Zenith game in early game. They had a lot of good lane leads and some good pressure on mid and AD carry, but once that Volley Bear and Mordekaiser started moving on the map together, it really just looked like they were going to be unstoppable.
All right, captains, get your screenshots, and yeah. Halfling, crazy mid stat line. Yeah, that's 12-5-2 from Foxhole, and he put up the points for his team, but again, just trying to keep that beef in front of you, try to be the one to initiate the plays, and they were all kind of behind the 8 ball there, not quite able to pull those out. So yeah, I think some draft, a little bit of draft diff there, a little bit of better kind of team synergy. Again, we liked the poke, it worked out, but I think just the Ornn, I don't. I'm double checking here. I don't really remember seeing any, like. I guess he was level 15. Did he get his ornaments out? I don't even know if they're really noticeable this game.
Yeah, I didn't really know. I mean, I'm sure he got like 1 or 2 out. I don't know. I didn't really notice him either, but honestly, like, I don't think his team, when they got him, was really noticing a difference either. They were just dying just as fast. To Los Namados, who just, kind of snowballed. Like, the momentum of that game got accelerated pretty quickly. And the fights just looked more and more unwinnable for Zenith Gaming as the game went on. But, the competitive early game, I have some hope for a game 2 comeback for Zenith Gaming.
Yeah, and we have seen that from Los Mamas too, where they've gotten a little wild there in their game 2s, and especially from Bulgaria, as he's known to do. So don't be surprised if he puts all of his points on Zenith Gaming this next game.
I mean, you got to bet on the opponent.
Hedge your bets.
Yeah.
All right. So that was game number 1. Just got invited to the lobby for game number 2. Hopefully, we have Halfling joining us soon. Transparency. Shinto has been running a train Instagrams. Okay. Well, yeah, Shunpo got a, got challenged there a little bit in this game.
Yeah, Foxhole really just looked pretty impressive on the Hui there. I wonder if that's going to be something that Los Tomatos look to touch in the ban phase. But yeah, Janelle all in on Los Tomatos. Some betters in the chat.
Yeah, Janelle putting probably all 200 points that he has on Los Tomatos. Bulgaria says he's going to go all in on Zenith Gaming. So, pretty big. Let's see if the gave me a draft flow link. So not quite ready for that just yet, but teams are lining up in the lobby. Yeah, absolutely, Halfling. Go ahead. No, yeah, you want us to go to break and then come back and then Undertaker here.
Yeah, we can play a theme song for you if you want. If you want, with John Cena.
I can just hop in.
Oh,
I'm here
Oh, okay.
I skipped your bit. Oh, what's going on? It looks like an interesting game to say the least. A little tragic in the late game, but the stat line definitely showed a more interesting story than I at least saw.
Yeah, you came in at the part where it was just kind of a depresso espresso for Zenith Gaming, but they put up a good fight in the early game. VF, DeLambo, and Foxhole were kind of dominating their lanes, honestly, in the early part of the game, and Blitzkrieg here predicted the first blood dire in Snirbopsy on the Maokai.
I see.
Had you mean the 80 carry Snirbopsy is hand holding?
I mean, I've found Snirbopsy to be like a very roam. He's pretty lane dominant, but it's not necessarily like holding the hand of the 80 carry. Tuskegee's done at least in the scrims that I've played against them. I'm not gonna like reveal any picks or anything, but like they've done a really good job as a bot lane coming together, especially with Bopsy doing a lane swap. I would say he's missing the finer details of like support and bot lane in general, but he's in like troves made up for that in his champ pool and like transitioning that down as well as how well he's playing. So
yeah, and a lot of people he's obviously extremely qualified to play the role. Like people forget that he is a doctor, so obviously going to be super qualified there to pilot those precision champions in the bottom lane.
Shouldn't he be top lane as Mundo? Just saying.
I mean, it's fine.
No, Muno's a fake doctor. He went to one of those online scam universities.
Like Phoenix?
I
made a shitty joke.
Yes.
I made a really shitty joke. They're the online universities. Them and Grand Canyon are the two online universities that have like all of the fucking ads on YouTube and stuff.
Grand Canyon's a legit university, though.
I know it's a legit university, but like feels like
they have an actual physical campus too.
Oh, okay, well Phoenix
and sports teams and stuff.
Okay, you can have a sports team and you can
Their softball's really good.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually know.
I actually got my master's from Grand Canyon University.
Oh, my bad. Oops.
I was the best softball player as well. No, I'm just kidding. I play softball.
They're
only League of Legends, baby.
Only League. They're 5-1 in their conference. It includes Utah Valley, Utah Tech, and Seattle.
What is your Discord picture?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
My apologies.
What is that monstrosity?
What do you mean?
Didn't flip.
What is that?
Like the background or my profile picture?
moving swiftly on here to the bad phase. We got Wukong, Amumu, Volibear taken away by Zenith Gaming, and Morgana, Samira, and Smolder taken away by Los Namados. The same bands there for Los Namados, and Zenith Gaming just instantly snagging that Maokai away.
Maokai's definitely looked like a power pick kind of throughout our league, at least, and even kind of if you've been keeping up with some of the like minor European leagues, you'll see Maokai show up a bit as well. Just because it can like proper flex between support and top lane, but we do use it in jungle here in this league, so it's pretty good. But just instant 1-2 Karma Mordekaiser, we did give Snurbopsy Karma, so of course they're gonna take it. Let's see if Zenith has an answer for that.
Yeah, that's feeling pretty bad for if you're Zenith Gaming. At least, if I'm on that team, I see the Snurbopsy Karma. You do pick the Maokai away, which he was on the last game, but you just give him a champion he likes more. And you have to face against that Mordekaiser who just completely dominated your team in the last game. Zaya's a decent option, but, a lot of times for Zaya, you want to be against teams that don't want to get close to you.
You want the team to dive you.
You want the team to dive you, but you don't want the person diving you to be a Mordekaiser. And you also don't want to be against a champion like Karma.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's not a terrible Zaya game, so to speak, yet. Of course, it's a fine blind pick. She kind of sits around like the B tier champions. But she unlocks so much more potential when you're diving onto her, and when Mordekaiser can either isolate her if she's the threat, or isolate the person peeling you. Most likely it's going to be Maokai in this game. Essentially, once we lock in that Leona, that kind of moves that Maokai just to the top side, and I do not like that matchup. Maokai and Mordekaiser sounds just horrible.
Yeah, I mean, the Vayne pick is interesting. I feel like that's actually saved by the fact that there's a Karma in that lane with the Vayne, but
Yeah,
Vayne not really a champion that you're going to really have a great time up against a bot lane like Xayah Leona. Just pretty easy to get those feathers out behind such a short range AD carry like Vayne and combo with the Leona CC. But just hoping that Karma can help kind of equalize there in that bottom lane and just get Vayne through the early game and farm up, because once you're onto that mid-late part of the game, obviously that's where Vayne excels, and you already see two melee champions on the side of Zenith Gaming, so Vayne always going to have a target.
Yeah, Vayne's always going to have a target. It's just making sure that the Vayne can get through that lane phase against two champions that outrange her technically, because Leona eats the same range as Vayne autos. But once you're through that, it's not terrible actually, especially being able to kind of pilot yourself while Steropsy has a tendency to go for those really, really aggressive RQs to get that big damage off before the fight starts. So it's going to be pretty good here. But these bans, also a respect ban towards Foxel with that way taken away. And Warwick, I guess, is that a bulk comfort alongside Vex for mid lane?
I'm pretty sure that's a Bulgaria champion. And also just a really strong champion in general right now. I ban that guy every game in solo queue. Do not want to see it as Anivia just straight up picked there. Just throwing down the Anivia. I want to say you love to see it, but honestly I hate to see it. This champion is just so just resident sleeper to watch play the game, but just a good wave clear.
Are you saying
and
you hate our
option.
Lord and Savior Froggen?
I don't hate Froggen. Froggen's amazing. You have to watch the old YouTube video that Travis Gafford made of him getting lost in the train station or something. It's really funny. But the answer here for the side of Zenith Gaming going to be Singed and Yone. So
Maokai got moved jungle.
It has to be a Maokai jungle unless we're really cooking with the Singed jungle.
Singed, the idea behind Singed is that you can proxy with it, but dude, what are you going to do once it's like 20 minutes in the game? Los Nomadas does have really clean macro play. And any team that has really clean macro play, they're not going to give a fuck if you're taking waves at their tier 2. Like in between their tier 2 and tier 3. Because Singed isn't going to push this lane. He's not going to get tower. They're just going to take your base. And a York response there moves that Mordekaiser jungle. Just like a certain...
Could be York jungle
bulk.
As well.
It could be York jungle. It could be York mid. You never know.
York mid is the tech.
York mid is in fact the tech.
that kind of calls into question where Nivea would go. But
Support.
I like seeing the Yone,
Karma
but
top.
I really
Done.
don't know if you ever have fun on Yone against the champions you already saw face up on the
No,
side of Los Namados with
it
the
exists like purely to match. I feel like it exists purely to match the like incoming split pusher. If they're like, if you're hard reading on this draft, it's like, okay, as Yon, I can match the split pusher. But even against like Anivia, it's super hard on the skill. And I think Foxel, from what I was seeing, like what little I was able to catch from last game, I saw like really good play from Foxel, but not necessarily about like aggression, more about range. Like, yes, there was aggression. Of course, you have to be aggressive to get 12 kills, but it was more about like playing their range really, really well, and then capitalizing on that rather than Yone just kind of having a really good all in, like 2 or 3 of them, and egging Anivia and then killing Anivia. So hopefully
yeah,
I can get proved
absolutely.
wrong.
I mean, I just I think that Los Namados managed to pick themselves a winning early games and late game here with this draft. I think the karma kind of solidifies their bot lane for them. I think Strbopsy is good enough on this champion to make this at least an even lane. And if you're even in lane or just a little bit behind in lane on Vayne, you're winning. And pretty hard to lose lane on Anivia against a melee champion. And I think honestly, no matter who it is top lane, if you're against a proxy Singe, like question mark, like I don't think you really are losing that lane. So honestly, just from the draft here, Zenith Gaming already I think had a pretty big disadvantage. Not really a lot of synergy with their comp. Kind of just seems like a bunch of random champions, but maybe champions they like, maybe some comfort here. And obviously got to mention the synergy with Leona and their name. So Zenith Blade Gaming, perhaps. Got to see if that comes into play at all.
Maybe. I mean, Leona's always kind of got a spot, and Leona will turn almost any comp into a solid pick comp. And if Zenith can do that, I think they'll find some success. It just feels like they're on a timer, and the ticking time bomb. You can pick all 3 of that R3, 4, and 5. One of those champions could be a ticking time bomb. Either Yorick's gonna split push too hard, Anivia ult is just gonna become unplayable, or Vayne's gonna fucking stunt all over you. Um,
Yeah, it's an
so
Anivia alt into 4 melee range champions and a close range AD carry.
yeah, it's
So it feels pretty
not
bad
ideal.
to try to play against. And you just have the obvious synergy with the Vayne Condemn with the Anivia wall. Uh, it's going to be an uphill battle here for Zenith Gaming. But, they had a strong early game performance in the previous game. We'll see if they can mirror that this game and transfer that into a mid game performance and maybe a victory. We're going to have to see if they're able to do it. But, I think all of us kind of here on the side of Los Tomatos looking a little stronger here from the draft and just in general on the team play and the macros. So I think it's going to be a pretty big challenge for Zenith Gaming. But yeah, I'm excited to see if they're able to pull it off and what it's going to look like for them.
I always feel like believing in the underdog. So I put my points on Zenith just to kind of call back at least to one. Yeah, no, two of my scrim team boys from last season. They're pretty legit. Alongside just rooting for a game 3. I think it'll be pretty exciting to see the teams kind of duke it out in a game 3 situation with a little more pressure on the line, more than Zenith is already under at this point, especially at week 4 into the season. This is the week 4 game. So excited to see what picks maybe come out in that. At the same time, too, you guys are saying their early game performance is really good, and this is definitely an early game comp. If they can lock in and get their shit on the rolling, like holy, this is a tough team to play into if you're Los Namados in behind.
Yeah, I mean, being behind against the Singe is always just the most annoying thing because, first of all, you should never be behind the Singed because the number one adage of League of Legends is don't chase Singed. I wish a little bit more people in the cast of characters in Arcane would have listened to this, but, here we are. But, yeah, I mean, crucially also, 0 Arcane champions in the game aside from that Singed. So could this be an advantage for Zenith Gaming?
I mean, they have more, so in terms of the arcane metric, yeah, they've got the arcane metric. But I do think Mordekaiser technically counts more recently with that visual comic he got. So
Wait, there's a Mordekaiser comic?
Yeah, they dropped one. It's the Otacon comic. He's the king that they mentioned in the comic. It's really cool,
Is he
actually.
Otacon's father?
No, he's Otacon's general. He's the first
General?
king. He's the first king of Noxus.
Oh my God! How many times are they going to retcon the lore of every champion
It's
in League of
not.
Legends?
That's been it.
No, he was like some locked away
Yeah, he
ultra
was.
powerful creature. He wasn't like
Yeah, he
a
was. He was the
king.
first. He was always like the first king or first general in Noxus, and they had to lock him away because he wanted to take over the whole world and murder everyone. And he got too powerful. He's like, "Ooh, what's
I
the Shadow
remember
Isle
the old
stuff?"
Mordekaiser lore. They
It's
had
been like
never
that for
mentioned
like
him being a
years, bro.
general or a king. He was just a super powerful being.
Well, they made him. They made him a general or king. It's whatever.
That's what retconning is.
More interesting than just guy in cage.
I think they should just bring back the old lore where the champions are actually just
You want summoners
yeah,
back?
yeah, like you have to be a summoner and you're just summoning the champion and piloting them like a marionette onto the map, and that none of them have any idea why they're
Oh,
there, and Fiddlesticks is just also there.
you want to rip off Fate? Okay.
Just be right. I mean,
Right.
that's just the right way. It's just a
That
rip
is
off.
just the right way. True.
Literally, Baron Nashor's name is just the Dota like monster's name Roshan backwards. Nashor is just Roshan
I
backwards.
didn't even
Literally, that's what they
realize
did.
that. That's great.
It's so
I never
funny.
thought of it like that. Yeah, big Hailstra, big Mace guy. Big Mace guy is really cool, but also like the retcon I think is an improvement. Even if it is like a retcon, it's pretty cool. But arcade
Yeah.
standards, we go with Zenith here. And I think the early game was clean. But if you're a big fan of that like 4-1, 1-3-1 split push style, oh my god. This is the year for Los Nomadas if you're the 1-3-1 fanatic.
As a 1-3-1 fanatic myself, and crucially not a 1-1-3 fanatic. Shout out to any LEC watchers. Just the jungler that binds emotes to every input key that his keyboard has.
He's doing solid. I think he's still spamming emotes though.
Shio is better and was robbed.
Yeah, Shio was better. But too bad. They wanted 1-1-3 because he was asking min contract or something stupid like that. It's okay.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, so is the Mordekaiser jungle? That's cool.
Yeah.
I know Yorick can also be jungled, but I've personally never tried either of them because they don't seem very fun as jungle champions. But hey, some people like playing them, and Mordekaiser jungle doesn't seem that bad.
Your first clear is like it's not like fast. It's not as fast as you think it could be, but it is still like it'll keep up with other junglers.
How does it stack up against Cassante jungle? Just asking
Cassante
for the chat.
Mordekaiser definitely is a better clear than Cassante jungle, that's for sure. But I think Cassante's is a little healthier. I know it's about the same actually. I think Cassante's ganks are actually better though. I'm not gonna lie. Even though like Mordekaiser pull
That's
exists,
impossible.
Mordekaiser pull exists, but like if Cassante can get on top of someone, there is enough CC. But Mordekaiser has like a better range advantage. It's just like the pull is a little more nuanced to hit, to be honest. Oh, did we get the bug? Oh no.
Yeah, we might have.
We got the spec bug is back, bro. This is awesome. Welcome back, not loading in a
Love to
spectator
see it.
client. I think you just have to right click on Vintage or something, see if that works. Or Ball, because up in the boys.
Small indie company.
Oops.
Oh, I love it.
You're gonna can you not right click and spec into the games?
No, it's still saying it's open.
Oh. Oh, you have to fucking or my
Yeah.
bad. You have to
Close the entities.
task manager it.
Yep.
Wonderful. But don't worry, we do have
Hey, the good
Otacon.
news is there was no level 1 action in the last game, so I expect it to be just a 5-point and dance off again. So we probably won't miss much. Hopefully, we don't load back into the game and see 3 kills on either side, on one side for the feet starting off. But
It's struggling again. first
Was it
one
struggling
of the
last game?
season. Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, now it's on fire.
Priors.
Just ended all of League of Legends.
Doesn't
Shut it all down.
doesn't Zaya not wear shoes either? So there's technically feet in the game.
Whoa.
I'm responding in chat. Yeah, Zaya doesn't have feet, or well, it has like the bird claws. I'm responding to Eli Wood in chat.
Mm-hmm.
That's always dangerous.
It is always dangerous. Yeah, Zaya doesn't have feet. Zaya's got like the bird claws.
Arthur's feet where?
Yeah, does Karthus have feet? I did just Google Karthus feet. So notably, Karthus also doesn't wear shoes.
Why
He
would
doesn't
you
really
wear
have
shoes
feet.
when you're the
I
Death
don't know.
Singer?
And you can float around everywhere. I'm not
Yeah,
sure, but like,
that's metal as fuck to not wear shoes. I was gonna make you wait for the delay again. That's fine.
oh my god.
Plenty
All
of
I
time to
did-
talk about
all I
Karthus'
did-
shoes.
Yeah, we.
All I did was open League of Legends. I didn't tell it to load into a game either. You gotta love it.
Well, it said you will load into this game and you will like it.
That's right. All 5 of me versus 5 random enemies. Let's go.
We got
can,
this.
Can the Blitzkrieg army take down enemies 1 through 5?
Oh. It also decided you were playing Leona, or were you just playing Leona last game? God. What's the
Something's
point?
gone wrong. You don't say.
I am not a feet gamer. I play Kaz. I mean,
Doesn't even get the feats.
yeah, you don't even get
Oh,
the
she
feet.
does. She gets a special feat that's only for Cass.
She
Oh, yeah,
gets
true.
2 extra movement speed.
Per level.
Yeah.
It's kinda
That's
good.
That's kind of significant.
It's
They had to
kinda
nerf it
good.
because it was too good.
Yeah. 3-in-1 misser. What the fuck is this emote?
All right. Well, since the first game was fine and Halfling joined and now it's bugged, I blame
I
Halfling.
just gotta get out of here. Am I
Right.
the problem? I mean, everything breaks right now with me, so, you know.
Try it again.
I could stream my Discord stream and see if I can screen if I could get a game. We might have to do that. I'll open up the client real quick.
I guess.
That would be awful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it would be pretty
And I also don't think my Discord streams my audio right now.
perfecto.
Yeah. It should
Blitzkrieg
be
can just do the sound effects.
So your 420's in the game? Oh, they're 8 minutes in. I got 2.5 minutes spec delay. Let's see what happens. You gotta love trying to provide and try and force load you into the game again. Yup. Oh, and
I'm
quit is
locked
blacked
in.
out. And you're stuck. Oh, awesome.
Well, sorry everyone.
I'll have mine up in 2 minutes here. I can stream my screen if you want, actually.
This is what hell looks like, just loading into a game of League of Legends with 5 of you against unknown enemies.
True.
It is now at least giving me a wait for spectator delay. But,
Let's hope it works. Hopes and prayers. Oh, they're never gonna fix this, man. Their fix for like all this stuff was when they were thinking of announcing the new engine. Because they're working on an engine for this season. That was our big announcement.
I thought they abandoned that project.
They did. But like all of their like, we're fixing the client. We're gonna fix Lee. We're gonna fix spectator. Like all that was, oh, we're getting a new engine, so we just have to do everything from the ground up again. And they just didn't, because they canceled it. They
It's
canceled
kind of
it.
DM. Nice stream, bro.
Thank you. We're trying.
We're trying. We can't help that they're a small indie company.
I mean, if you think
Sam-
this is nice, wait till the stream starts. You're going to be blown away when you see the gameplay.
I wish there was like an option you could check when you're making tournament to like just not have to load for spec delay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're production here. I
Yeah,
guess
but
then
then
they
what
could
about
like
the competitive integrity? I would just
Yeah.
be DMing them all the pink word locations.
that would be pretty good.
It's just impossible to
Honestly,
not do if there's no delay.
I'd respect it.
All right, moment of truth here. 45 seconds. We can start counting down out loud from here.
The good news is that ads hit me, auto ads for the minute and
Oh,
a
yeah?
half. So we're getting ads just before we get in
Imagine
the
not
game.
being a sub.
Oh, my bad, bro. My work just told me to buy $20 shoes, and I had to explain that the $20 is like a tough payment for me. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I
I
still
will
wear
not.
the shoes I got for free from my last job.
Yeah, they're like we'll provide you like a jacket for work. We'll get you a hat and everything. It's just like you need to buy your own non-slip shoes, and it's like, do
Yeah,
these
we had
count?
like a program where it was called Shoes for Crews, which was great.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
they gave us free shoes. And I got these sick ass boots that looked like Converse.
Ooh,
And
nice.
them motherfuckers were sturdy as hell because it's been like 6 years and they're still like perfect condition. So I wear them all the time.
That's good.
As we are now at 0 seconds.
I'm at black screen with the loading ball too. I'm not. It might the game spectate just might not work.
Yeah, let's see here. Wonder if I can spectate. Oh, I can't even spectate. Can't spectate any game.
I'm stuck at a black screen.
Yeah, I can't right click on any one of my friends' list and spectate.
Spectate not working.
Spectate down.
Season 15. Um. I'm having the current issue that's being described in this thread from 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago. Oh dear. Boys, I don't know if this one is real.
It's looking pretty doomed. At least we got one game in.
I broke it. I'm sorry. I could hop out. We get the radio update.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you can't spectate because you're in a ranked lobby, by the way.
Oh. Okay,
I also
now I
can't
can
wait.
try.
No, I also can't spectate. I can't even play the game right now.
All right, let's see if I can spectate Bulgaria. I can't stream this though because it's on a separate PC.
Ugh.
But see if it goes through. And then I'll just radio cast the game of what's happening, like old baseball games. Just the
It might be
audio.
that kind of an angle. I can't even load the client.
You have to turn on your camera and just like pantomime what I'm saying is happening. Like Piosik doing the Hecarim dance.
I don't want to fucking do that, dude. I have enough room to even turn around in this room, man. Don't make me try and do that. Well, we're sorry. I wish this shit was working. One more time in the spectate delay.
Yeah, it turns out it was way too hard of a fucking to be able to show on the stream. So it actually got like a
We can't even
NSFW
see.
tag.
Are we just gonna have to like do the fucking VOD once it comes up? We just sit here and just complain about it for 20 minutes, 20, 30 more minutes. Game's already 10 minutes through anyway, or more, like 15. So just wait for the
Right.
replay file to come in and we just do it.
Yeah, that's like the
Might be
other
the angle.
option is to just mute and go into their chat and have one of them stream the game from their perspective.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, no, that's not ideal.
That's not ideal.
Or just end the stream now if this doesn't load in, which I assume it's not, and resume if there's a game 3. Otherwise, award the points. And sorry about that, everyone.
Hey, it is what it is. These things happen.
Yeah, it's the
I just want both teams to have a good time. Hopefully, they're not having any errors in their match.
right.
It's just an our end, but
Yeah, actually, the first issue we've had this season.
yeah.
Week 4, no.
That's of course the one that Half League.
Of course, yeah. Of course, I finally get time. We get a Wednesday game, and I'm like barely at work for it.
Right.
It's like, okay, I could cast.
So my spectate went through, so maybe yours will go through.
Radio,
because mine just went through.
I'm on 28.
We can dream.
I can dig out the replay VOD once they repost it, and we can find a way to cast the game again. on their own time. I'm down to do that. Like, I'll do that fucking later tonight, and I'll just post a video if they're okay with that.
That works.
Wait, so I say it went through, but it actually just went to the game client, but it's stuck on the black screen now.
Okay, I also black screened. So let's see if I black screen as well. It could just be all games. Oh, okay. I'm not stuck at 0.
Trying, but we shall see what happens.
Yeah, hold. We're
Auto.
we're dropping. No, guys, we're so sorry. We're trying to get it to work. Have you tried turning off it on again? Oh, black screened. Yeah, I don't even
Nice.
have even when I check like Task Manager, it doesn't even say it's like the league. It's the league client's open, but it's taken nothing. It's just chewing through. It's not even chewing through memory. My Firefox with Karthus feet open has more RAM usage than the league client. So, and it's on eco mode.
Rip.
Rip. Also on black screen. Everyone's on black screen. Man, this is tough.
You said too much feet talk about.
I'm sorry. I thought we'd be right in the game. And I'd
Well,
have
at
to
least
talk about
that's why
feet
he's
anymore.
leaving, and not because
No.
of the stream error.
Because of the stream error. Yeah, thank God. Thank God there's some consistency around here.
All right. Well, sorry everybody. That's gonna be all they wrote for this stream. We're gonna go ahead and head out of here. Sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger.
Are we gonna hop into their Discord to do it, or
Uh,
I just need to know? Because if we're not, I can
think-
I can either like open up stream and spectator data unavailable. Oh,
yeah, that's the error I've got the other 2 times I've waited out the black screen.
I didn't even get the error last time. Yeah, if I can get the like actual replay to work, I'll
Yeah, we should
like
be able to
just-
get the VOD from them later and be able to do a podcast.
I mean I can just
or
do
you
one
do
later.
it. Yep. No,
Yeah,
that works.
I'll do it right after. I want to cast. I've finished all my work. I finished my homework. Wait a minute. A game is still in progress. Replays are disabled while playing a game. What do you mean? Can I not watch his?
Hmm.
Am I just downloading a bunch of 420 replays for no reason? Yup.
Yes.
All right, Morgan. My goat. Can I see one of your games? I just want to see if I can even like open up a replay file. If it's the live replay broken. Oh.
Well, gentlemen, it's been real. Halfling, I'll see you tomorrow night.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
For shout out our podcast, which will have the first episode tomorrow.
Oh, it's I'll send messages about it.
All right, cheers, boys.
Sorry, y'all.
Have a good one, Sable.
I'll
You too, man.
I'll probably do you want me to stream it or upload a video?
What?
I'll do either
whatever
to
you like do.
recast these games.
Yeah, whatever you like to do.
All right, I'll do both, and I'll remember, unlike with the second show match that I did, to actually highlight it so it stays on my channel, because I forgot to do that with the last one. Even though I said yes, I'll make sure to do that, and I didn't. And I was looking for it last week, and I couldn't find it.
All right, everybody.
Unlucky.
Well, we're gonna get out of here. I will post again and go live again if we get a game number 3 and are able to get that stream going for you. Otherwise, we apologize. We don't have control over this. And have a good night, everyone. Any last words, Halfling?
I will post up in the stream channel if I am streaming it. Otherwise, you'll see in the exact same channel the video, depending on what I feel like doing at the time.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Let's go down intense. One last chance, no pretense. Crowds roar loud and wild. Victory dreams begun. Together we ascend. Team fights for the crown, legends never back down. Hearts race in the strive to keep hope alive. Final showdown, here we go. Feel the fire, warriors glow.